I wonder if huddled over a screen somewhere in Hollywood, a nervous Kevin James is furiously taking notes on how to make slapstick seem a little more genuine. Spies the movie. Melissa McCarthy is the star. It's her latest comedy vehicle to hit theaters about a woman who always wanted to be a spy and what happens when she finally gets the chance. Will she succeed? Will she fail? Will she do a little of both? Will it be really funny? The answer is yes, 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 and yes. I think I asked 4 questions. Yeah, this movie works on many, many levels. The humor is certainly one of them. I, despite myself, had a really fun time at this. I think a lot of that has to do with this likable cast. They really cast this well from the top to the bottom. You can start with Melissa McCarthy, who always has this real, genuine sense of humor, and yet it feels very real on her. I mentioned Kevin James. A lot of times when he's doing slapstick and falling down and those kind of things, it never feels like a real situation. It just feels like a man falling down on purpose to make you laugh. When Melissa McCarthy does it, it feels like a real person having real struggles, doing real things, and it gives you permission to be with her as she laughs at herself. I think there's a subtle difference there in the reason that something like this can work. Plus, the rest of the cast is great. Jude Law, I should mention, which, by the way, don't see enough of Jude Law in movies these days. I think he's wonderful. He's very classy in this, and yet at the same time fits the sense of humor perfectly. Really enjoyed him in this. And that's true for the cast from the top bottom. A lot of people you might recognize, and many people you won't, but they all seem to fit the roles they're asked to do very, very well. And I really, really enjoyed that. I also thought the movie did that thing that, like, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost movies do, where they both lampoon a style of movie and also make that style of movie. So not only is this movie kind of lampooning spy movies, but it's kind of a good spy movie. Like, there's good plot progression and you're interested in what's happening and you follow the story very well and the pieces line up. I think it's a well-designed story, and Paul Feig has once again done a really good job with this. So, surprise, surprise, imagine that. Good stuff here. If I was to take points away from this movie, it probably would have to do with the depth. There's just not a lot underneath the surface of the humor. Now, that's okay. A movie can just be funny for funny's sake, but I like a movie with a little bit of meat to chew on. Otherwise, it just kind of disappears. I really see this movie fading away quickly. It's not one that's going to stay with me. It's not one I'll necessarily want to watch again, even though I enjoyed it, because there's not a lot of heart to it that I could really attach to. It's there, but it's so subtle and underplayed, and obviously not the point of the movie, that it just doesn't really, at the end of the day, work like I want it to work. So that would be the only negative that I would probably take away from this. Overall, though, I thought this movie was really fun. I should mention, it is definitely a rated R raunch-com. It pushes the line in several ways in this movie, so something to be aware of for you as well. But I had a good time. I laughed. I thought it was funny. And if you're up for a funny movie, it might be one to just kind of go and enjoy and then, you know, forget all about it because, like I said, there's not a lot of depth there. So overall, I would probably give it a B. Is where I would land on Spy. Thanks for checking out this review. The best ever challenge coming up here in a bit, so stay tuned for that. Before we get there, I want to let you know plenty of stuff to click on. If you click the cards, that's up in this corner. A little thing will shift out here, and you'll be able to see a link to the website, a link to support, a link to different videos that have happened here at the website. So just kind of different things you can look at and decide whether or not you want to click on. Also in the bottom corner, you will see a link to subscribe. So if you hover over the logo, you'll be able to subscribe to your movie friend, so when new reviews come out, you can check them out. Finally, the best ever challenges is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and also try to identify my choice. Today we're going with the best spy movie ever. Might as well. Big category. Love to hear your favorites. As for mine is the one with probably not the first JB you would think of, but certainly the second, and was probably his first movie. Is that a little too abstract? We'll see if you can get it. Take a guess at mine. Put it in the comments. Also leave yours there as well. And as always, here's 5 extra seconds to hit the subscribe button.